We got the nice new train coming in here. I wanted to make a really quick video, pretty chill video, based around, yeah, public transportation, using some of the old footage I had gathered on my phone. So here you can see we're in Ikoma Station. Really nice place, beautiful place. So I just want to show this area off as a sort of an example to a little rant I posted on the Former Bird site. So here we are, a really nice, beautiful Ikoma Station on a rainy summer day, maybe 2 months ago. So, yeah. We got the romantic mist or fog or clouds over the mountain, and we got some cheap vegetables, yeah, cheap spinach and all this stuff. So really nice area, actually. It's lots of stuff that you can get here for cheap. So I'd like to highlight that this place is taking the train. It is basically 10-11 minutes from my apartment. So it's, you know, really accessible. And the good news is that there's a train station near my apartment as well, so I can get here in that time. And I can also get to a lot of other places. I can even check out these flowers over here if I really want to. And I can do all sorts of stuff because public transportation in Japan is so accessible. There are train stations everywhere, right? In the cities at least. So because there are so many train stations and so many stops with all these different shops and hospitals and flower stores and cram schools and oh yeah, you're gonna love this one, the dispensaries. That has a different meaning for us, but over here that's just like a pharmacy. So we have all these stores around here, built up around all these different stations, and so we have places to go. And so having places to go increases ridership on the trains. Compare this to Tacoma or Seattle. Seattle, I'm not too sure, but you know, in Tacoma there's the streetcar or the tram, and that's basically stuck in downtown Tacoma. And the problem with that is, to ride the tram, you basically have to already be in downtown Tacoma to have access to it. Or I guess, you know, you're gonna have to walk to a bus station. And so that's the issue, right? The accessibility for the trains, or for the streetcars, or I guess the trains also, because the streetcar connects to Union Station, or Tacoma Dome Station. And, you know, the difference in accessibility is pretty obvious, right? Here in Ikoma, it's not just Ikoma Station. First of all, the station has 3 different lines on it. One being the Kintetsu Keihanna line, so that's the main east-west line connecting to the Osaka Metro. And then there's the Kintetsu Nara line, which connects all the way, of course, to Nara, the main station, and connects all the way, I believe the furthest west stop is Kintetsu Kobe Sannomiya. So it connects all the way to Kobe. And you have, obviously, tons of stations in between, you know, Ikoma, and then, of course, Osaka, and then, of course, Kobe. And then there's a third line that goes towards the south, southern Ikoma. And here you can even have 1,000 yen parking for a day. That's incredible. So there are tons of places to go and tons of people to see, things to do. And, you know, the more stations and stops and I guess, you know, individual train cars you have going, then accessibility and the effectiveness goes up. Which is why I have some problems with I guess, city governments or state governments in the Northwest, where they don't listen to the people's sort of demands for increases in infrastructure spending, or there's the one initiative, Cascadia Rail, which is mainly just high-speed rail connecting, I think, from Vancouver down to Portland, and then another one going towards the Tri-Cities area in Washington. If anyone else knows where that is, Kennewick, and then finally from the Tri-Cities it'll go towards, I believe, Spokane. I'm not sure if it'll go further into Idaho or not, but anyway, there are all these people making demands for things like that, and obviously I'm one of them, but state and city governments are very reluctant to actually make these necessary changes. So here's another example. This is in Nukata. Basically, this was about a 30-ish minute hike from Nukata Station. It's on the Kintetsu Nara line, and yeah, really nice. Good hike up to an azalea garden, but unfortunately the azaleas weren't blooming yet. So anyway, yeah, it's a nice place, good fun little hike, and yeah, it's actually accessible because of the train station. So, quick break. I'll leave you all with a little bit of quiet. Okay, so yeah, instead of the azalea garden, since those guys aren't blooming, we'll just keep taking a little hike up and see if we can get to a good view. So here's the other thing, right? With increased ridership, increased accessibility, and more frequent trains or streetcars or whatever, we have more places to go. And actually, it's cheaper. It's a lot cheaper than needing to buy a car and insurance and then gas and, whatever city taxes or state taxes you have on cars. You just buy a train ticket. You don't have to buy a train. You just buy a train ticket. And so it's a lot cheaper. And so when things are cheaper, there's less crime, which means it's safer. So then more people will be able to ride the train because it's safer. Maybe in Tacoma or Seattle, that's a bit of an issue. And then you can go hiking to places like this, which means not only are you walking more in the city, and the cities are more walkable, you're also getting more exercise outside, which is fantastic, because then you're healthier, and then you spend less money on your, I guess, hospital bills or whatever, even without health insurance, which is a whole other issue. And also, I like to think that if you have less stress, you're also healthier. Stress causes a whole bunch of issues. So people who are like anti-train or whatever will maybe say, oh, well, it's expensive to set up and we shouldn't do it. Well, maybe that's true, but we have to spend money on shit that's worth something for it to actually be useful. And then, if we factor in all of the costs holistically, then it'll save us a lot of time and a lot of money and a lot of our health. And so anyway, that's enough for me for today. Look at this beautiful view. Kasky 2024, based and train filled. See you on the next one. Bye-bye.